Hello everybody and welcome back to some more Tekkit Classic, and today we are going to be changing up what we're doing within this whole thing, and instead of doing anything to do with equivalent exchange, we're going to be doing something else. Possibly something to do with industrial craft. I've not actually fully decided yet. I'm going to look through the item list. However, we have got to a point with equivalent exchange due where we are making more than enough diamonds, and plus, you know, outside, and actually I do have to check that. Is it running? No. Probably for the best, because I forgot to turn that on. There we go. Right. Let's just throw that in there. And yeah, basically, we've done enough. We've also done all this. This still needs to regrow. I'm sure it will soon, considering, you know, grass grows, obviously. I will just have to sort of replace all this random dirt here, because it's a bit boring to just do this and hope that it fixes itself. So yeah, we have to think of what we're going to do. But first I need to actually drop off everything in my inventory, as I have way too much of everything. And also clear out my wonderful, not induction, alchemical chest, I meant. So let's drop all this in here. Actually, the dark matter and the red matter can come into our alchemical bag. And actually, we will leave that as that for now. The diamond shovel can just sort of repair itself. And the plan is, that's all my redstone. The plan is, I think what we're going to do is, I want to make a, not better system, because it's already okay and it's running fine, but a system that is not just this basic. Currently we are literally running 5 low voltage solar arrays into a bat box, into another bat box, because otherwise it all mucks up. So I think we got to a point where the generator is no longer in need of being used. I think that is quite evident by the fact that both of these are full charge at all time, pretty much, as long as the sun's out. And eventually we are going to upgrade these to one medium voltage, yeah, that one, the upgraded one, at which point it basically equals 8 of them, except it is within one block, and you know, we can work that from here or from there, I suppose. But wrench, we are going to need this wonderful wrench with the wonderfully high res textures, and we're actually going to move it down. So we've had this place for a long time down here. We've not actually been using it, so the plan is today to move it down here. Possibly, I'm not sure, I may move this as well, considering this is getting in the way, but it shouldn't be too much of a worry, because we are going to be putting it on the walls, and we can actually have an entire set of stuff feeding into everything. We can have macerators going into electric furnaces and stuff like that, and eventually we can set it all up so that we have to put stuff in a chest and does it by itself. Though the reason for this actually is because although we can go, let's say we need iron, we can go in here, we can get some iron, or what we can even do is, at this point, we can get a diamond, put it with the philosopher's stone. There we go, 32 iron from 1 diamond. So let's just throw that back in there though. So yeah, we do have that point. However, there are some items that we just can't, you know, we don't have the ability to turn into, well, get it from nothing, such as rubber. Rubber is a very common one that is needed with industrial craft and many other things, and, you know, it's got no EMC value. Yeah, the sap does, if I can actually find it. Well, the rubber sapling, the tree thing does, if I can find any of it in here. Yeah, the resin has 24 EMC. However, we do have to go to the process of putting it in an extractor and sorting that all out. So the plan is, we're going to have this feeding down. Eventually I'm actually going to I think it's a stupid idea. At least I'm going to start with sort of this outer layer, 2 blocks in, it seems, because that's the way I built it stupidly. It's just going to be all high voltage solar arrays, and then we will never run out of power. They will all be going into one MFSU, and yeah, so the only problem with this is, as I may have mentioned before, if I go to electric furnace here and press R, you may be able to hear that noise, that like clicking noise, not my keyboard, the in-game noise, and also by pressing U, apparently doesn't do it. But if I do that, let's say on steak, you know, it goes to how the recipe. But in this version, obviously, Industrial Craft hasn't got recipes. So what we need to do is we're going to have to make some more glass fiber cable. I actually think I have some spare, but I need a lot more than I have. I have 2 spare. We're going to have to bring everything down here, so we are going to have to make it. Now, if I remember correctly, there is 2 ways of making it, and obviously one is better than the other. So we will go with doing that. I will just take 64 glass. Oh, we have 3 in here spare randomly. Okie dokie. Now we need diamonds and silver, I'm pretty sure. So let's see if I can remember how to make it. The alternative is going on the internet and looking it up. So I think it is something along the lines of that for 6. However, if we used redstone there, which I will be able to show as well, I think we only get 4 from it. So, you know, what are you going to choose? Especially when this has an EMC value, and I think it's actually possibly the same or less. No, it's the same. But yeah, we got 4. We get 4 from that, but from here we get 6. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to make that. I'm actually going to make a lot of silver, and then we can go from there. So silver, overload right there. Okie dokie. So let's just. I don't think we'll be running out of that soon. Okie dokie. So how much do we have? A stack and a bit. A stack and 1. Still counts as a bit, I think. Unless I'm mistaken. Right. So all that is now in there, and we should be fine. It is getting dark, and I think we're going to just start with. Hopefully we don't break these. There is a chance, obviously, we will just get machine blocks. I actually think, no, we did perfectly fine from that. Generator, we don't really need. It doesn't really matter about if that goes into being machine blocks or not. But it turned into a generator, which is also good because we can use that to make another solar panel if we need to. Now, we can get all these back as well. And hopefully not destroy the world by accident. But the plan is, I think, if we just drop those down. Actually, I should probably keep that in my inventory since it is technically keeping me alive somewhat. Okay, we've currently got 3. So currently, I think the macerator is going to go first because by having the macerator first, we can actually, you know, set it up to transport to this. Which I will put 2 blocks away because we would have to transport anything into here, we'd have to have a wooden pipe and then a stone pipe or whatever pipe. I'm pretty sure you can't just use 1 pipe. But yeah, we're going to keep it like that. And then I think the extractor can just sort of go there. Generally, just spread them out quite nicely, 2 blocks between, and then we can just sort of. There aren't too many machines, and if we get all the machines, there's no point in just having them all bunched up. Instead, we can have them all nicely set up like they are now. Now we need to go up here. I think what I'll probably do is just do it from here instead. So, right. So instead of having it sort of weirdly out, we can have it going from here. So, the plan is. Actually, what we can do is we can plant an MFSU, eventually an MFSU. For now, it can just be this bat box. But what the bat box can do is, if I let's get Floss's stone out because I want it all to be nice stone. Yeah, we can get that. That's should be getting power from here. Oh wait, no, I remember how this works. So now it should be getting power in. Yeah, it's getting direct power in. It is dark, so we won't be actually making any power. Let's just go sleep quickly. yeah, if we should. This is actually also a good test to see if we are making enough power that it sort of this goes up as well as this. Yeah, this is also going up, so we are making enough power that we aren't going to really run out. However, I do think I will remove this bat box from the equation eventually, and it will just be going straight into here, because now what we can do is just get this glass fiber cable, which won't be seen, luckily, and sort of. Right, didn't update the textures, but yeah, this will come through. It can come down here. So and we can actually remove this wall. Okie dokie. Now let's just run it like this. The wires should be fine like that. Now by doing it like this, it is kind of concealed and also being powered. So we need to get this best stone, bring it. Nope, wrong one. Wrong thing, at least. So we got all that. Turn that all into that. And there we go. It does look a tiny bit weird because they are just protruding out. I think, you know, that is going to have to be how they stay, because we need the pipes coming out, and otherwise this is going to look stupid if we've got pipes indented in the walls. However, it is possible that we can change it. I just need to work out what the best orientation for that is, because I think, yeah, we need stuff to come in through the top, and obviously fuel we don't have to worry about, but then everything comes out the side. So we'd have to have one coming through there and one coming over there. And I think this actually, it would have to go from here, up here, over there. So we may actually have to move these over one more, because otherwise I'm going to have to use two different types of pipe, because it will be like, let's say we have a cobblestone one coming down there, and we put a cobblestone one there, it will just sort of loop around. So what we're going to have to do, actually we could possibly just put an iron pipe there, because that will just block everything coming through, and then we can just put it in there and it's perfectly fine, and then do whatever we do with the extractor, because it's an extractor and meh. So I'm actually going to throw that in there, see how it's operating, see how the power situation is going, and if it is too much of a problem. Is it actually... No, it is coping perfectly fine. I think we do need to get to a point though where we can actually... that reminds me, we can make our lava generator. It's uses the equivalent exchange, even though I said we weren't really going to use it, even though I've used it a lot with the philosopher's stone and stuff. But it's just something quite useful to have. I don't know why I did that. Right, can we... That'll have to stay as that for now. But yeah, we could actually make a lava thing. It's basically you get a geothermal generator and you have an EMC, one of these, basically, a powerful, or even a smaller version, even one with just a condenser, an antimatter relay, and a collector, at least Mark III, will develop and make enough power or lava cells to go into a geothermal generator, and then from that geothermal generator create enough power. But I think for now solar is currently where we're going with this, and you know, it works. I just think that we're going to have that as a backup power for when it gets to night, until we get to the point. Because if we get to the point where we do get all those high voltage solar arrays, which is going to take a while, I may have to make multiple power flowers like I did in the previous series of Tekkit, and have all those creating, we are going to need a lot of resources, and I think it's just going to take quite a lot of time, because it is quite a lot for a high voltage solar array. It's quite a lot for just a low voltage solar array, and they need 8 of those, and to get a medium voltage solar array, and then you have to get 8 of those, and an MFSU. So you know, it is fairly weird and quite a long process. But other than that, I think we should be fine for this for what we've currently got. Let's just throw that in there. Generator, that can just go in here. I am dropping to 7 frames. How wonderful. And we can just drop that stuff in there. But other than that, this sort of system should be fine. I don't think we're going to have too much of a worry with it. I am actually thinking, are there any quite nice looking blocks? I think there are those pillar blocks we can use the saw to create. I was thinking of having like a little podium to hold them up, because it looks a bit weird having them sort of just there. I think there are sort of a pillar type block that we can create. This is the sort of thing I'm looking for. So I'm yeah, column, this sort of thing. I'm possibly thinking of getting one of these. If we get marble, is probably my favorite block for these. So I think we're gonna go get this marble down here. We can create more of it as well. So did I actually pick up? I picked up marble on the way creating this, so I should be fine. We can create some of that, get some marble brick, and actually we should make some marble brick. There we go. This is going to fill up so quickly since it's 1 EMC per thing. There we go. Yep, there we go. That's all the marble we need. And we're going to have to work out how to make this thing. I need to make a handsaw. So we need 2 diamonds, 2 iron, and 3 sticks. So 2 diamonds, and take an extra one so we can get some iron and some sticks. Do we have any spare sticks? We do now. Okay. Right. Let's just sort of put that one in there. And we should get a diamond hacksaw. Now, how do we make this thing? Right. Marble brick column. Made from that. How'd you get that? You get that from using a saw on a marble brick triple panel. How'd you get a triple panel? Make brick panel. Let's just work this out by ourselves. Because we can actually, so marble brick slab. Oh, I think we've already worked it out. Let's just go in here. Huzzah! You do get a lot of excess from this sort of stuff. Right, marble brick column. Okie dokie, let's see how this goes. I don't think it actually blocks out light level quite nicely. Doesn't look as good as I thought it would. But I think there's a way we can put something underneath it. There we go, that's the sort of thing we're looking for right there. Right. So how do we get that again? Right, let's put one under one there. Let's have that happen. And let's have Philosopher's Stone down so we can actually work out what we're trying to do here. And then we need, I think brick panel, we just have one spare anyway, so we should just do that. And then what we can do is have 3 of these together. Have this next to it. And have a spare one. So then we need to make another set. And eventually we can probably try and put this stuff together again. I'm not too sure. And there we go. So down there, up there. It does actually go over the glowstone. However, I do feel like it possibly doesn't matter too much. And also, I don't think it actually, because it's probably not a full solid block, it may not actually block out the light level completely. So let's actually test this. I was going to say. Let's see if there are light, or there is light coming from these things. Yeah, it does look like there is light actually coming from the light sources here, so we should be fine for light levels. I think we were anyway, even if they didn't do that. So wonderful music, wonderful background sound there. And yeah, this, once we picked up these, this actually looks quite nice. Marble brick always seems to be a very nice coloured block to use, and I don't know. I feel like we could possibly have like bit like it in the being part of a column. That'd be quite cool. So we could have like not like that. We could have it like that. However, I do feel that's probably not the best considering we need to put blocks in there. So let's take that down, and we can make that back into what it was prior. But yeah, that's probably going to be it for the episode. We didn't do too much, however, this is moving on from Equivalent Exchange, and since I do not have all the recipes, I do not have the ability to quickly go, alright, I'm going to make this, because it is quite arduous to sort of go on the internet, especially when you're recording and getting fairly low frames anyway, opening Google Chrome is not, the best thing to do, and generally ruins the performance. But I think we're fine without it. I'll just have to do some more research in between episodes, or possibly. I'm not sure. I think we could possibly try and install the recipe book mod, which would work, I think. However, it'll be a bit of fiddling, and mod packs. Installing different mods to mod packs is just not something I'm too, I'm not too good at it anyway. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hopefully we can move on to some better stuff in the future, and we can actually get on with some quite good tasks, as well as getting some more power, and eventually getting this sort of powerhouse of a place I want to make. And, yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.